Okay, I'm outside of this house on San Fernando. So this is the one right here. Um, you drove through this neighborhood, but it's a pretty nice neighborhood. All older homes, but they're all pretty well kept. Fairly modest. There's nothing crazy back in here. But just for your reference, about a block this way is Cole Road. I don't know if you remember, we drove by the Asian Plaza and there's a big Asian grocery store in there. So that's literally like 100 yards away from here. But you're really well protected from that street because there's like a 90-degree curve here. So it's quiet back here. Pretty nice. So just walk through this house to kind of refresh my memory. I just want to point some stuff out. So for one, the driveway up front is in pretty rough shape. It's not something that is going to keep you from renting it or anything like that, but just something to keep in mind. It's probably not going to get better over time. So there's some stuff you can do to keep it from getting worse, but at some point you'll probably need to put a new driveway in here. The exterior probably could use some paint. It's a little rougher in some spots. You might get by with just maybe doing some touch-up, but I think that a different trim and body color would really make the place pop and look a little bit nicer too. But I just wanted to show you, like, for instance, some of the trim is in pretty rough shape and obviously been exposed to moisture. Like that piece all the way along here is pretty rough. Garage doors are older, but they look like they're in okay shape. There's some life left in those, so that's a good thing. Yeah, let's head inside. Beyond that, the front yard, the landscaping, it needs to be cleaned up, but I mean, I think that it will look nice when it's cleaned up and cleared out a little bit. But walking into the house, just to give you a feel for the layout, so there's like a little stone entryway, and then if I turn left down this hall, all the bedrooms and the main bathroom are down there. If I go straight ahead, there's like a family room, and if I take an immediate right, we're in the kitchen. So I'm going to start by just going down this hall to look at the bedrooms. Got some built-in cabinets here. And then this first door on the left is the main hall bathroom. And it's generally in good shape. This is a newer vanity. It's kind of I don't know that the style is a great fit for the house, but it's in good physical shape. There's really not much that you would need to do in here. This surround is like a manufactured marble. It looks a little bit dated, but it's in really good physical shape. It's functional. Probably no need to mess with that. I would probably just clean up the paint on that trim a little bit, and I think the bathroom's generally good to go. This bathroom has an older aluminum window too. A lot of the other windows have been replaced, so I want to point that out. And the bedrooms have hardwood floors. It's red oak hardwood floors, which is kind of a nice little bonus, but this is, I think, the smallest bedroom, but you've got newer vinyl windows in there. This room is probably about 10 by 10 feet, little closet. And then over here is another bedroom. This one is quite a bit bigger. It's probably 14 by 14, something like that. All vinyl windows in here as well. Floors are generally in pretty good shape. Probably not much you'd need to do with those. And then this last bedroom here it's a little on the smaller side, but it's bigger than that first one, probably 10 by 12 feet, something along those lines. And then your crawl space access is right in here. And then we're back over here where the bathroom is. So heading back over into the kitchen. The kitchen could use some sprucing up. For one, this is like the third type of flooring that's in here, and it's just really cheap, like 1 foot square linoleum. So I would put new flooring in the kitchen. Ideally, finding something that matches the rest of the house, this stuff out here, so you don't have too much going on. At the very least, probably need to replace all the appliances. There's no refrigerator, and you've got an older electric stove that's white and an older black dishwasher. And so I would probably get those all matching. It wouldn't hurt to at least paint these cabinets, although they're functional. There's just a lot going on, and probably need new countertops. It would rent as it is. I mean, everything here is in good physical condition. It's just there's a lot going on. So these are old Formica countertops, probably from the 60s or 70s. They're actually in pretty good physical shape. It's just really dated. And then over here, there's a butcher's block rather than the same countertops. So just a lot going on. There's a little work to do in the kitchen. Then as I come through the kitchen here, these are the two living spaces I was talking about. So this is a family room or a living room or whatever, and if we go over around that corner, it just takes us right back to the front door. And then we've got another living room, family room over here, and then if I come back around, that is the laundry room, and then here's the garage, and then so back to the kitchen. So I'll pop in the garage here real quick. There's a little man door on the side that goes right out by the front door. Obviously you got your two garage doors. You've got an opener on this one and no opener on that one. So you probably need to add an opener. There's some built-in storage here. And then there's like a storage closet back here. I'm kind of confused about, here's the light. Kind of confused about how this all came about. This is obviously a newer thing as far as this wall right here. And then you've got an electric water heater in here that's pretty new. But I'm thinking at some point they must have altered the laundry room or added the bathroom that's behind here that I'll show you in a second. So little laundry room right here. I'm guessing that this wall went in and they might have added the bathroom back there at some point, but just a basic get the job done kind of laundry room. Then here you've got a family room with a wood burning fireplace down there. They put some like HVAC tape over the front of the fireplace. I don't have any idea why that would be there, but just so you know. And then there's another bathroom right here, right off of this living room. So you've got a basic vanity, mirror, toilet, and then a little shower. Nothing fancy here, but it's all in good shape. I don't think there's much you need to do there. And then finally, the backyard. So there's a covered patio, kind of an older cover here, and then there's like a storage closet right here that's in pretty, it's sort of rough shape. You can see there's been some water damage up on this roof, and that soffit's kind of coming connected. So there's probably a little bit of work that needs to be done out here. I can't tell how extensive it is, but it doesn't look terrible. But you've got a little covered patio here, probably 12 by 18 feet, something like that. And you could definitely play that up a little bit, but there's a lot of landscaping that needs to be done back here. Nothing egregious, but just lots of neglect. So, I would want to define all these beds. I don't think there's any sprinkler system here. So putting a sprinkler system in, define some beds to keep water and grass away from the house, avoid some water damage. Oh, the AC compressor's right there, and it's pretty new, just so you know. You can see there's no definition to any of this landscaping back here. Then there's a little garden here with some corn from last summer. And then there's a sandbox, and it looks like they probably had some more fruits or vegetables back here, but those are gone. There's a fire pit right in the middle of the yard, and then just random stuff back here. So I think if you spend a few bucks and define some garden beds, put in some sprinklers, and just kind of clean this up, it would make a big difference here. Also want to point out, just from looking from here, the roof looks like it's pretty new too. Not like yesterday new, but I don't think it's more than maybe 5-10 years old at the most. So it's a fairly new roof. So a lot of the major stuff is done. The highlights really, I think, some landscaping in the front and back, a sprinkler system, exterior paint would go a long way, and then a little work in the kitchen. If you really wanted to go all out, you could put new cabinets in the kitchen. But I think just painting those and putting some new counters in would make a big difference. So there you go. This is the house on San Fernando.